What's up guys, it's Hudreports with another video, and today we're going to be ranking all the maps in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now we've pretty much reached the final stage in Zombies, and there has been 5 maps released from the launch with Terminus and Liberty Falls, to the Tomb and Citadel, and all the way to Shattered Vale. There's expected to be at least 1 or 2 more maps later to be announced. That said, let's not waste any more time and get into the ranking of the maps in Black Ops 6 Zombies so far. Number 5, the Liberty Falls. Honestly, even before the launch of this map, I was never a fan. After seeing leaks and early gameplay, it was just getting a lot of hate and negative views. Just to be clear, we're not hating on this map, but I'm not just nearly as big a fan of as so many other people are. Also, those who were defending this map post-launch were somewhat a little disappointed, and I really don't understand why people like Liberty Falls. I'm guessing it's because it's the easiest map to just get on and grind your camos and level up your guns, right? That makes sense, even to get high rounds on. I will say this, it was probably the best high round map for a while, so I get that reason. But main problem with this map is something we knew before. The location of this map wasn't going to be that impressive. It's just a town, which I don't hate. I'm not entirely against this, but it's nothing compared to the other 4 map. Let's be honest. Also, its main quests. A lot of steps aren't nearly as good, especially its boss fight. You're pretty much fighting mini bosses that already exist on the map. It's just like, what are we doing? And the worst thing about this map, and the worst thing Treyarch has ever done to zombie game, is that the fact it didn't have a set crew and instead use operators. I hate that so much because it kills the story of the map. Because of all, I'm more than happy to say this is the worst map in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and probably will always be the worst map in the game. Number 4, the Tomb. One of the most recent maps, and I know it's been getting some hate. Personally, I don't dislike the map. It just kind of feels weird. I do love the location of the map though. With its vibe and aesthetic, probably one of the best looking maps we've ever had, and a dark ether story. It's not like we're back to playing the Black Ops 3 and 4 style zombies, but still nice to see. And I also don't know if it's just me, but the map feels kind of off. There's supposed to be an Origins map connection with the return of Ice Staff, which I do love gameplay wise. However, one thing I didn't enjoy was that there was only one staff. Like, why are we only getting the return of one staff? It doesn't feel as important. In the Origins, the staffs had meaning and purpose. They were at the peak of the story shown in other major maps. Now, we see them return for the first time since Origins, and it's only one, and a map kind of thrown in the middle of the story. It's kind of weird. That said, I do love the high rounds on this map. Even after the nerf to the Ice Staff, it's still such a great high round map. Its Easter egg is like the other underwhelming steps, but the boss fight was interesting. I appreciate it. It had a different vibe compared to the other boss fights, and I liked it. But I feel like this kind of boss fight should be a one-time thing. Please, let's go back to the Terminus and Citadel style boss fight after this. It was cool as a one-time thing, and overall, that's a good map. I'm not trying to hate, it's just not as good as those 2 ahead of it. Number 3, Citadel the More. I really enjoyed playing this map. A lot of us will agree. On launch and for the first week, everyone was loving this map. But then, out of nowhere, fans kind of switched up and started hating on it. Some of the complaints were valid. The swords weren't as good as they could have been. Even after the buff, they still aren't what people want. However, I don't think that's a big deal. Though annoying, at least one sword should have been good for high rounds. I did enjoy the Easter egg. Even though the steps were kind of basic, there's some cool peaks in there. The boss fight is visually awesome. I like seeing it, all different strategies people used. It was just fun. The story really started to combine the chaos storyline with the dark ether. but they still haven't fully committed to chaos. It just seems like something that's in service to Dark Aether, which might be expected. Regardless, it's a top tier map. Number 2, Terminus. I like Terminus a lot. I think it deserves a place in the top 10 COD Zombies map of all time due to its location. It's on the island in the middle of a hurricane tsunami filled with evil experiments. The Easter egg steps aren't great, but they're by far the best steps they've had in any Easter egg in the game so far. Also, you get 3 cutscenes during the Easter egg, which makes it easier to understand more of the story. Now, the peak of the Easter egg, the boss fight, probably my favorite boss fight by Treyarch ever. Even though it took me multiple tries to beat, there's a lot to love. I also think it's a great casual map, even if not everyone agrees. I appreciate how easy and fun it is. Because of all that, I really like the map. And that's why it's at number 2. And number 1, Shattered Veil. This map shocked me. I really didn't expect it to be on this level. Everything is amazing about this map, and I can't think of one problem. The return of OG Wonder weapons, the Ray Gun Mark II and the Wunderwaffe. Though I wish they had introduced a new Wonder weapon, the story explanation from the Dark Aether was really cool. Also, their integration into the Easter egg was incredibly well done. In the past map like Citadel, the Wonder Weapons integration fell off, but here, it was a spot on. The Easter egg feels like an OG BO3 style Easter egg, my favorite style. You go on a small quest, find and collect things, and then go into a boss fight. Each steps of this Easter egg actually changes the map physically, and that blew my mind. I'm also a huge fan of the setting. Mansions and creepy estates, it's just so cool. And finally, the boss fight. The fact that the T-Rex gets animated into a zombie T-Rex and we fight it, that's insane! Like, what's going on? Because of all that, I love Shattered Veil. And it is definitely number 1 for me. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. What is your ranking of these maps so far? Whether you guys agree with my list, or let me know what your list would be, and drop all your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Regardless though, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you all for watching, and this is AJ. I'll catch you guys on the next one.